Hey there, starlings. It's Jess from Capella Wellness. How are you? Happy last week of January. I can't believe we're at the end of the month. It's crazy. And I'm actually kind of bumming out a little bit because football season's almost over. And it's like, what do I do on Sundays other than mission work and other things for myself? But it's almost like when people get the Christmas blues, I get the football blues, which is kind of funny. But hey, it is what it is. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. So you know what the deal is if you've been here before. If not, welcome. Thank you for being here for the first time. What we're going to do is we're going to see what spirit, what encouraging message we have for this week. All right. What is going to motivate us this week? What is it that spirit really wants us to get a better handle on, better understand, to kind of give us some hope, faith? I'm seeing Star card, Ace of Wands. My short for the focus of the week was Ace of Wands, so let's see if that comes out again. But we're going to do that, and I'm going to pull a wellness card at the end of this to see what wellness tip we have for the entire week, right? So here we go. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What encouraging message do we have for this collective? Please and thank you for this week, for the week of January 22nd, 2022, 2023. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, your clarity. I saw Ace of Pentacles again. I saw Hermit. I saw another Ace. Could be any Ace. Let's see what encouraging message we have from Spirit. I'm hearing go the distance like with the Chariot card. Let's see, guys. And we have Uranus that is direct now. All the planets are direct, even though Mercury, Uranus are in shadow. And we just had the new moon in Aquarius, so there's a lot of disruption of things. A lot of things are really going to start kicking off here. All right, especially once the other planets, Uranus and Mercury, get out of their shadow period. Well, oh my God, we have 4 cards today. The Justice card, the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Libra energy is here. You may be a Libra, or you're dealing with a Libra, or you may be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you're dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have that stuff highly aspected. The overall energy here, oh my gosh, is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you have been working very, very hard on something. All right, you could be self-employed. You could be, you stood up your own business type of thing. And during this transition into becoming this very confident, this very, it's like self-made, you have really worked towards bettering yourself on the inside so that it comes on the outside, right? There's something about this light that's emitting out of you. And people are being drawn to you. It looks like for this week, I'm hearing you're getting a lot more attention than what you've ever gotten before. So if that actually happens for this week for some of you, they want you to continue to focus on mission. They want you to continue to focus on building for yourself, especially if you are self-employed, if you have your own business, right? Because that is a business person who's successful, but this person understands that the success in the business does not mean the number of clients you have, the number of views, the number of followers, the number of people who are watching you or purchasing your services or buying your products or something like that. This 9 of Pentacles means that you, because you've worked so hard and you put all your heart, blood, tears, sweat, and soul into this, it actually helped to boost your confidence. It actually helped you to understand that nobody outside of yourself needs to tell you how amazing you are, how successful you are, how brilliant you are, that type of thing. You are very proud of what you do. It's a healthy sense of pride. And with everything that you've created, you've built, you're on your way to building a tremendous empire for some of you by starting this. So I'm hearing don't give up on this. You have really, really stood on your own 2 feet here. And a lot of you who have done a lot of this standing up of something on your own, and I'm getting strong business vibes here, okay? It could even be starting your own channel or starting a project here, or your foundation, or a charity or something along those lines. Take it how it resonates. So there's a lot of confidence that you really found in yourself to actually stand this up. So they want you to continue with this energy here with this Nine of Pentacles to stay at it. All right, you're going to get rewarded for your hard labor. You've been very patient through all of this, and over time you have released that fear-based thinking. I also get a sense that even though this is abundance in money coming in, there are a few of you with whatever it is that you've been working on, the business, the projects or something, the channel, it's not, what's kind of missing is what I'm hearing, because there's nothing missing when we're talking about God here, because we're always abundant. God always provides. But there is a sense here where you realize that the money aspect of this does not make you successful. It's what you're putting out there. It's you being your true self and, you know, having that confidence within you to kind of like inspire people and to motivate people. And you've realized that you don't need anyone or anything to make you happy. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is. You don't need the followers, the subscribers, the clients to make you feel fulfilled. You don't. You found that fulfillment in yourself. And you're no longer giving into that fear of thinking, oh, do people like me? Or people gonna think that what I'm doing is successful? What I'm doing is going to be well liked or well received? You did this on your own and said to yourself, I don't really care, like, if other people are not really getting what I'm doing, or they're not receiving it well, or they're not, you know, it's like being receptive. I keep hearing receiving, being receptive to this. You started to realize that that's not what makes you successful, because you've got people who can have all of these, you know, like huge channels or these businesses where things are going well, but they could be running themselves ragged. They could be burning out because they're putting too much into that, because that's the shadow side of this. This is a work-life imbalance. Someone who's too overly focused on what other people are thinking that, or how other people are receiving this type of project or business or something, where they're doing everything in their power to try to keep the people coming to them, right? There's a sense of this, again, work-life imbalance for some of you, or this could be other people that you're not comparing yourself to, where they're burning out, and it's kind of like people-pleasing, because the Nine of Pentacles can people-please and do way too much to try to get the money, to try to get the views, to try to get the clients, to try to make the sales, all right? This person attracts that into their life, all right, because of what's going on here. She knows that God's going to supply, all right? She's got that bird on her hand. It's like what Jesus talks about in the Sermon of the Mount. The birds do not reap and sow, yet God provides for them. They're fed, right? God gives them what they need to survive. Yet man is more valuable than the bird that God created. So she knows that God is going to provide for her. And even when she is working on this business and it may not be bringing in the actual financial abundance, okay, the material wealth, she knows that her hard work is going to pay off. It's just a matter of having patience and the divine timing here. So she's not comparing herself to other people with what it is that she's doing. For some of you, that is the encouragement here. You got to stick to what you know. You got to stick to what you believe in, and not be looking at the other lanes. It's kind of like stay in your own lane and don't start like looking sideways and, oh shit, man, that person's all the way up there. I got to like run faster or something like that. You will get to the finish line when you get to the finish line, right? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And that's what the Nine of Pentacles understands. So, and again, with that bird on her hand, she knows that about God, that God's going to provide for her as long as she stays the course, as long as she continues to put in all that hard work. But she's also very proud of what she is doing, because she is really reaping rewards with the abundance that she has in herself with regards to peace, self-confidence, people coming to her who like really value her because she values herself that much, and she's attracting people who are, they're going to be doing the same thing that the Nine of Pentacles is doing, right? So you guys are being asked to redefine the definition of success, or to look at success in a different way, and to know that you're going to be attracting people who have the same values as you do. That's the most important thing, because you can be bombarded with people who want what you have, or they like what you do, but those people may be coming from a much lower vibration, to the point where they come after you for a service for something, and there's some sort of addiction there. Like, I get tarot readers, right? People who get like so addicted to getting readings and readings and readings, or watching them all the time, and then the people who are doing the tarot readings, they're doing way too much, right? Especially if they have a business base off of this. And it's kind of like the flip side of that Nine of Pentacles, where they're trying to do it for other people. The true Nine of Pentacles in the upright does not people please. Libra, the shadow side of Libra is people pleasing, okay? There's also something with the Queen of Cups here. The shadow side of her is people pleasing too. She feels all this emotion and she wants to help people, but then she overdoes it, right? She's completely driven by emotion. Some of you may have strong water in your chart, and you're just doing this for other people. You're not doing this project, this channel, this business for yourself. Because what you need to start realizing is that when you are starting this up, and you start to see it grow, you look back on it and you reevaluate things, or you look back on how far you've come. I'm getting a sexual thought here. How far you've come, and you say, wow, I built all of this because this person, those of you who are not looking at somebody else's lane, you're not comparing yourself, you're on your way to building something incredibly masterful that's going to be greater than what the competition is, right? There is healthy competition, but you are setting yourself apart because you're speaking your truth, okay? You are being encouraged to continue on this path. As long as you speak your truth and you stand up for people who can't speak for themselves. I'm getting an energy of those of you who channel messages for the Divine Masculine especially, or you're channeling messages for people who have a hard time hearing the truth, but some of these people are starting to listen instead of hear. There's a difference between the two. You are putting yourself out there and you're standing in your integrity, and there's no bullshit with you. Okay, so for some of you who are getting hung up on, kind of hiding behind a curtain, and you're afraid to speak that truth, we've been getting this message. It was from last week, the new moon reading, the divine feminine check-in reading. It's coming up again. Truth is everything here. You cannot be afraid of speaking your truth, and people unsubscribing for you, or you not getting as many views, because guess who's watching you? Guess who's the most important in all of this? It's God, okay? If he gave you these abilities, if he gave you these blessings, and all he's doing is telling you, hey guys, stay in your integrity. I want you to speak the divine truth here. Even if people are not full, a lot of people aren't listening compared to other people, or people are really not receptive to what you have to say, or they kind of back off because the truth is hard to hear for them. That's on them. It's not on you. God is going to greatly reward those who are all about truth, righteousness, and justness. This is what God has called us to do, okay? So as long as you stay in your truth, you stay true to who you are, you keep working towards that financial abundance, it's going to come in. I did hear someone's going to get a lot more attention, all right? Because people are going to now start looking at you like, oh, well, I keep hearing the truth and I'm doing this and I don't want to listen to it. But what's happening is that I'm getting some of you guys are starting to see that, or maybe you're dealing with this, you're starting to realize that nothing's really changing for the better in your life, or something happened that was predicted, and you're like, oh shit, man, that actually came to pass. Or now I really, really, really have to be honest with myself and do what is right for me. This is doing what is right for you, okay? Again, with the people pleasing, we're fucking done with that. Okay? I did that too long in my life. Oh, let me go do this for this person, do all this, and do what everybody else is doing so that I can be successful too, and I can You know, I can have that money, I can have those views, I can have this, especially with what I'm doing on my channel and everything. You know, I know I'm very, very different, and a lot of people can't handle the truth, and that's okay, because it is very hard to hear. For most of my life, it was very hard for me to hear too, to understand what I was doing, especially with the people pleasing, and especially with, you know, trying to do too much and thinking that it was the right thing to do when less is more type of energy, or not believing in myself, not being confident in myself, and seeking validation outside myself elsewhere to make me feel like I'm this, you know, amazing person. But I don't need anybody to tell me that, not anymore. Because when I start seeing the work that I do, and I start realizing what I'm channeling, and I'm tapping into some incredible information, divine intelligence, and it's just flowing out of me like I just isn't speaking, that's when I know I am in this. I am in that truth. And when I say something, when I feel something that I have to say, and I know somebody's going to get triggered, or somebody's going to be like, oh my God, what the hell? I'm not afraid of that. This is no fear-based thinking and speaking your truth. Everything's going to work out in your favor. You will get your karmic justice. You will reap your karmic rewards. Understanding the consequences of your actions is going to help you to further yourself along and understand what needs to be rectified. Okay, so, and that's the first card that came out, so that's the more prominent energy here. This is understanding that, you know, when you're doing something, what's right for you, you got to fulfill your own happiness. You got to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and build for yourself. Because when you get to the 9 of Pentacles, you attract the 10. And then someone who's matching your energy will come along, and you guys build the empire. Because when I talk about you will have an empire, someone will come along who's in the same energy as you, and there is a very, very wealthy empire that is going to be created between you and somebody else, and you're attracting this person. There is a karmic reward here for those of you who have learned to be happy on your own, but you've built the abundance for yourself. And if God told you to build a business, or to start this, or to start that, and you did it, you're going to be greatly rewarded, right? Especially with you comparing yourself to others and seeking validation outside of yourself. So you're being encouraged to stay in that truth and to follow that. So after this is that 4 of Wands here, okay? So you're hitting a major milestone here. It's been a long journey. You're going to get your rewards, and now you're going to be able to sit back and relax. It's time for celebration. It's time for you to, you know, enjoy life here. There could be, you know, something legal, like getting married by the justice of the peace, because some of you may very well no longer be single, okay? Some of you are single right now, and, you know, because you've learned your lessons about being happy on your own, but more so getting over that fear-based thinking of being alone, of being by yourself, of not having a partner. I'm hearing like not having a person for Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is coming up. And it's funny, I was at Target with my mom, and we're looking at all this Valentine's Day stuff, and I'm looking at these cards that have to do with couples, right? But I think I talked about Valentine's Day, where they've romanticized the shit out of Valentine's Day, when originally in the history it's, you know, St. Valentine going around giving love notes to people, but everybody who is in the area that he lived in. It was not supposed to be romantic to begin with. Society capitalized on it. We know this. We're smart people, right? So it's kind of like, you know, some of you may have been single for many Valentine's days, and, you know, you weren't fazed by it. You were, you know, realizing that you have all this love around you, that you do not need a date. You do not need a partner to celebrate Valentine's Day. It's bullshit. That's what the programming puts in your head. So there's some energy about someone who's been single for a while is not going to be single anymore. You could very well be getting married by the court system. I heard justice of the peace again. Somebody wants to move in with you, or you're going to be moving in with someone. There's some sort of legal contract, or someone, maybe rewards for your labor. You're going to be signing a deed, or a deed to the house, or something like that, or that could be part of the rewards that you're bringing in. All right, but someone wants to move in with you. They want to make it official, is what I just heard. And there is something legal with this marriage here, because somebody wants to marry you. But the others of you with the encouraging message is continuing to move forward and being in your integrity and your truth. You will get there, all right? There is going to be, excuse me, there is going to be, throat chakra, speaking truth, right? Somebody could very well be telling you the honest to God truth here, that they don't want to be single anymore and they want to move in together and they want to get engaged and get married and have a family with you. All right. It's like I'm hearing somebody's coming clean. Somebody wants to balance the scale. Somebody wants to do the right thing and say what they feel, because there's the Queen of Cups. There it is. I'm getting bombarded with messages like I always do. So I know it seems like it's all over the place, but it's coming at me from all directions like Eight of Wands. But again, there's something here about somebody wanting to marry you. It's like they want to make it official. It's like this legal thing. It's like bound, and they want you to have a house. Like they want to have this with you. There's also an energy of someone wants to, with this marriage here, they want to make it official, because as we all know, when we sign these things and you are officially married in the system, the person, let's say you don't have any health benefits, or you don't have access to this or something, you don't have the house, you are able to, when you're married, you automatically are put into that insurance plan, or you get the house, you get to be part of the deed, that type of thing. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting that energy of that, because somebody wants to make sure everything's all written down so that nothing is taken from you, is what I am hearing. Meaning all the hard work or all what you've put into is not going to be taken away. You won't lose it again, which is why there's something about somebody signing, or you signing something to make sure that you have, I'm hearing stronghold, I don't know why, making sure that you have the rights to these things, okay? The house, the car, the business, maybe it's another business venture, but either way, it's going to make you very, very happy. I mean, all that hard work is definitely going to pay off, because you've learned your karmic lessons. You've learned your karmic lessons, and now there's a new beginning here. You're going to have a more solid, stable life here with someone. There's also some sort of family celebration that is coming up for some of you. But with the encouragement here, you're being encouraged to enjoy life here. It's celebrating life, right? You're being asked to balance out your life too with this. Oh my God. Excuse me. If you guys are having work-life imbalance, you gotta bring some balance into it. There's family, work-life balance, all right? Some of you know you need to do this. This is what your truth is, and some of you are like, I'm afraid to kind of do things for myself. Nope, nope, and nope. You got to take care of yourself. You got to nurture yourself. You also got to take care of your emotions, because some of you, your emotions are running wild here, and you're overly driven by your emotions because you want to people please. You want to do all these things for other people, and it's running you ragged, okay? But there's kind of like, yeah, more balance in the home too for some of you. There could be for somebody here, you are in a legal battle with regards to house. Who's going to get the house? Who's going to get the property? It's going to work in your favor, but you just got to believe that, and you have to trust in God that it will happen that way. Okay. Somebody's getting hung on, you know, if this is going to, if this court case, whatever this is going to turn out in their favor. There could be somebody who's wanting to file for divorce, right? And just doing things on their own, but they've been afraid to do things on their own and afraid not to have the money is what I'm getting. But you have to, what did I say about the bird? Jesus' sermon on the mount. The birds don't reap and sow. And look what God gives them. They don't even put in the work. So what makes you think that if you're not doing what you know is right for you, you're not taking care of yourself and not building something for yourself, building that business, doing what you love to do, whatever this is, trusting your intuition and following God, what makes you think that he's not going to provide for you? And even if like the business isn't necessarily flourishing financially, he's getting you to understand something. The truth as to what success really is. The truth in saying, look what I can do for you. If you just do this for me, this is utilizing your skills and your talents and getting awesome at it. And people are like, holy shit, how is that person doing that? Or how are they, how are they being able to survive without the money? That person is supposed to be proving to the rest of to the others that God is providing for them. And then at some point, the money is going to flow into that person. There's like a sense of a miracle here. So, 8 of Cups here, somebody's life is changing. Somebody is relocating. Somebody's moving. All right. The life that you're living right now, you're leaving that single life. You're leaving that life, that you've worked so hard for. You're also leaving an environment that is too small for you, in the sense of what you're manifesting is so large that the environment that you're in, or the situation that you're in, or even the home that you're in, the energies are not there to bring about this massive abundance, the rewards for your labor. Okay, because for some of you it's a lot. And it does like include money here, where you're going to be going from like an apartment to a house, or a much better home that's everyone is happy, joy. Everyone they support each other. It's very loving, it's harmonious, right? You're leaving an area where it's just not working for you anymore, or there is no harmony in the home. All right. There's no balance there. For some of you, it's going to be a very different life, because what God is rewarding you with. Some of you, it's a completely different career. Change of interests. You had a change of heart. You changed your mind. You know what? This life isn't for me anymore. 8 of Cups comes after the 7. 7 of Cups is what? Confusion. It's materialism. It's keeping up with the Joneses and doing what everybody else is doing. I don't know what cup to choose. Well, everybody's doing this. Let me do that. It's not working for me. Everybody's doing this. Let me do that. It's not working for me. Or you're thinking that it's like procrastination on knowing that you need to do what is right for you. And some of you, this has to do with a divorce, or just you being single, learning to be happily single, learning to trust in yourself and have confidence in yourself to build that business here, or start a different career. There's also somebody is leaving this old life behind. Like, I'm done living in a fantasy world. I'm done dating. I'm done living here. It could literally be an area that they are in. There's like this is leaving the past behind. And not caring about that, and not getting stuck in the past anymore. Someone's like, I'm leaving everything to start a new life with you, is what I heard. I'm leaving friends, I'm leaving family, I'm leaving that old job. I'm doing what makes me happy, because he's going after the 9 of Cups. For others of you, he's going after the 10 of Cups. Or someone here is. And someone saying to themselves, or it could even be you, take it how it resonates. It's like, you know what, this world is not working out for me. I'm emotionally unfulfilled. Why am I staying in a place that I'm not happy in? Why am I staying in this home that I got to get out of? Why am I here? Why am I letting the past dictate my future? Why am I allowing myself to stay stuck here when there's all of these memories that I just want to just put aside? I'm now following and trusting my intuition here to go do what I know is right for me. And I'm not going to get emotional about leaving the home, the city, the state, the country, the family, the friends. Because this is my been there, done that card. I've been there, done that. I've seen it all. But it's like, it doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't really make me happy. This is also things that used to make you happy, guys. They're not making you happy anymore. Where you're living, the job that you have, the career that you have, the area that you live in, whatever this is, the state. I talked about it. There's moving here for some of you. There's a huge change of interest here. So if you're being driven by this change of interest, this is a time for you to do it because you are capable. Especially with some of you, when I talked about dating, like, you know what? This dating thing is not working for me. These relationships are not working for me. This job, this home, this thing is not working for me anymore. I got to let go and let God. I got to trust in my intuition and knowing that God is going to provide for me. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to be protected. I need to take care of me. You really got to understand, guys, that fulfillment comes from you, not from anybody else. You build your own abundance. You build your own money tree. You build, I don't know why I made a money tree or lending tree. You build your own success. But again, your homework for this week is to redefine what success is. Because remember, you can have the money, but are you happy? Are you going with the flow? Is everything peaceful? Is everything flowing in your life? And you're just like, I'm looking at this cup. I'm focusing on keeping my eyes on God. I'm keeping my eyes on the divine flow of love of God and nothing else. I'm keeping my eyes on my happiness, my fulfillment. Because when your cup is overflowing, guess what? You are able to pour into other people's cups, but your cup is always running over. You can't pour from an empty cup. That doesn't bring the happiness. And when I talk about people pleasing and trying to do it this way and that way, and trying to get everybody to see you, and trying to get everybody to acknowledge you for something, because you're going about it the wrong way because of a fear-based thinking. Oh no, nobody's gonna like my stuff. Trust me. When you get opposition and people don't really like what you're doing, especially if you're telling the truth and people are kind of standoffish towards it, you're going to make a greater impact in the world. Just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Bruno Mars. So there is somebody here who's going to finally express their deep emotions for you. They're getting ready to be vulnerable here because they do want this life with you. This is the 1111 card. This is union. Right? Someone's coming home. I'm hearing a homecoming. I think that is the name of an album. Where did I see that today? Is it one of Bon Jovi's albums? I can't remember. I did see that and I can't remember what album it was. Somebody's coming home to you. Somebody's returning home. I'm hearing them coming home now. Somebody could literally be visiting your home, moving to where you live. Traveling, this is also travel, right? Travel to see you, to express how they feel, to let you know how they feel, because they can't keep this loving in anymore. We've been getting that energy for months. It's the truth about how they feel. They're also realizing the truth within themselves. It's like, I don't want this anymore. I want something new. And Four of Wands is like, it's kind of starting over for me, because this is understanding what's really of value and saying, you know what, I want this new life here. I want to have more merriment. I want to have more joy in my life. So I'm going to go leave that old life behind and go after this. I'm also getting that somebody doesn't want to be single anymore. So, but there's an energy of, for some of you, your counterpart is returning to you. Because your person has also learned their lessons about, I can't be in this unhappy state anymore. I can't live a lie. Right? Lack of integrity is the shadow side of this. I have to speak my truth. I have to do the right thing and say how I feel. I can't be afraid of how I feel anymore. Because for a long time, this person has really wanted this type of life with you, a family, moving in together, building a home, because you make a house a home, marriage. They don't want to celebrate life on their own. They want to celebrate life with you. But for the others of you, again, this is you walking away from what you know isn't serving you and leaving the past behind. I mean, let me tell you, I was just talking to my mom about this today on my walk with her, and she was asking me, do you miss Maryland? I said, you know what, Mom, I do. Because I'm not going to lie, and I've said this before, Coral Springs is boring as all hell in Florida. I mean, I grew up here, but life was different. I was going to school here. And then I went to college, like, in Miami. And then I got a job in the Mid-Atlantic, and that was my life change there. And I told my mom, you know, I do miss it. There are a lot of things. I miss the hiking there. I miss a lot of stuff. The weather even, like the change of seasons. And Maryland has so many trees and windy roads, and there's a lot more to do there, believe it or not. I'm just in the wrong county right now. I'm in Broward County, and I know Palm Beach County's got way more fun things to do, but I'm kind of trying to see if God wants me in Palm Beach County to begin with, but I'm letting God handle that. So my mom was telling me I was telling my mom about this, and I said, you know, but there's so much of my past there that God wanted me to leave behind, including material things. Because God said, you know what, and I was praying to God, I said, God, I need to change the scenery. I need something different. I didn't expect to come home, but I have to trust in what God is doing. And God was like, get ready, because you're going to leave that whole life behind. Because that included a lot of karmic lessons for me when I lived there for those 18 and a half years. And now that I've learned those lessons and God brought me out of there, literally, he's like, okay, now it's time for you to start anew. It's time to have a different life now. Right? And I told my mom, well, I miss it. I know God's got something better for me. And if it's not over there, then so be it. There's a reason why I'm back home. God told me I'm on a detour, right? So that's what's going on right now. So just know that, you know, whatever you're leaving, you're heading towards something even better. God always wants us to have what is better for us. We just have to trust in that, okay? So let's see what your wellness message is. Projecting. Rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions within me, I have the choice in how I respond. Watch what you say. This is blaming others for them not doing right onto you. Blaming other people for not having the abundance or money issues or something like that. Disruption in the home. Do not be pointing the finger. You know you need to walk away from this. You know you need to walk away from what doesn't fulfill you. You can't be blaming people. Your intuition was telling you to walk away for quite some time, and some of you didn't listen. Now it's time to listen, right? No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. You are responsible for how you feel, not them. Again, remember, I said, this is drama queen right here. Someone who's overly driven by emotions. Someone who allows other people to affect their emotions, and then they start becoming this very hardened person, very irrational person. Okay? Be very careful with that. Dance it out. It's at the bottom of the deck. I can move emotions through my body by dancing. Whenever I start to feel built up energy or crankiness, I will play some music and move intuitively. I don't have to look a certain way. Simply move and feel as the stress or heaviness begins to ease out of my body. Dance it out. When you're getting into this like irrational state and you're overcome by emotions and turn into a drama queen, release that. Stop projecting your imbalanced emotions onto other people and stop blaming other people for what's going on in your life. A lot of things are on you guys. Okay. You want me to pull a message card? What message do we have for this collective, Holy Spirit? Archangels, galactic families, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Alright. What message? Maybe this message from your person I'm getting. I love you with the love of Christ. Wow, that's the love that the Queen of Cups gives. Come from a place of love. Be understanding. Be forgiving. Forgive yourself. She gives people the love of Christ. I'm a completely different person now, and it's all because of you. Because that's for some of you, you changed for the better too. Because some of you are already at this. 9 of Pentacles. They're inspired by you because of that. And they're like, I don't want this other life. I want this life with you. I will contact you soon. I'm preparing myself to reach out to you. See when I talk about the emotions here? But I get a strong sense that someone is literally leaving where they are, moving to where you are, moving house, moving home, wanting to live where you are. I think I said that because they want to express their feelings to you in person. Okay. Yeah, I'm a completely different person. That's the energy of change of interest, a change of heart. This life isn't for me anymore. This single life isn't for me anymore. I was talking about the dating thing. I want a family. I want marriage. I want to celebrate life with somebody else. And I know for those of you who've been single for a while, you want to have this life with somebody else, but we've got to make sure that we've paid off our karmic debt with that Justice card. And we have to be patient in that. She's also very patient. Bottom of the deck. Will you wait for me? This person has understood how loyal you are. Loyal to yourself and loyal to your person. Okay. All right, guys. What's at the top of the deck? I say look at the top of the deck. It will happen in 3 days. Some of you are making a very serious decision in 3 days. They're making a choice to do what is right for you in 3 days, or you're going to get the communication. You're going to get the truth about how they feel. Somebody's going to contact you, right? I'm preparing to reach out to you. I will contact you soon. You may be getting that in 3 days, but please do not get caught up in this just because this came out, even though there are a crap ton of cards here. For some of you, it could very well happen in 3 days. But remember, God doesn't know what 3 days is. Or somebody's finally deciding to move. Like in 3 days, I am finally going to move from here. Or I'm finally going to make this choice. Or I'm finally going to talk. I'm finally going to relocate. Change jobs. Maybe some of you in 3 days, you're putting in your 2 weeks. Maybe others of you in 3 days, you're going to go out there and do the articles of organization and get your business name and start working towards actually creating the business, right? It's different for everybody. It's happening now. There it is, guys. If you saw the focus of the week, it's time to go for it. We're going away on a trip together soon. Somebody's going on a trip to see you, and then your guys are going to go on a trip together. I'm going to propose to you, and you won't see it coming. Maybe we're gonna go on a trip and they're gonna propose to you. Again, marriage card is here, engagement card is here. Maybe somebody's gonna ask for your hand in marriage in 3 days. Thank you for being such a huge inspiration in my life. See, I was talking about how you inspired this person. That's what happens when you are in this power and you are not hung up on dating and seeking validation outside of yourself, and you're so freaking confident, it like exudes out of you. Confidence is sexy, guys. Lack of confidence is not. Trying to be like everybody else is not. When you flat out say the truth and you say, like I talk about, I don't give two shits what anybody thinks. Dude, I'm getting for somebody here that really turns them on. When you speak with that confidence, you speak your truth and you're shining your light. Now they want me to take another deck because somebody here wants to say something else. That's what really turns them on. That's what really, they want somebody who is like that. There's a little bit of feistiness here too. And they're not being vain, they're not being conceited, because they know, they're very confident about what they're doing. What else do they want to say to them, Holy Spirit? This is actually my 5th deck that my beloved told me to write this morning. He gave me 30 different messages to write on these cards, which is now creating my 5th deck here with these messages from your person. It's so funny, but there are a lot of sexual messages in this deck too, so let's see. What does their person want to say to them, Holy Spirit? Please and thank you. They're going in a whole new direction, guys. Believe in yourself with this, because it's a completely new life. I can't do this anymore. I have to break this silence once and for all. I got all these messages from this deck this morning. There are 30 cards here. Okay. See what I mean? Bottom of the deck, you are absolutely mesmerizing. You see what I mean? Confidence is sexy. 9 of Pentacles is what gets somebody like mesmerized with this type of energy. Self-made, not self-conscious, doing things on her own and not depending on anybody. This is complete independence and loving it. See? I said this, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, guys. I'm done holding myself back. Done. I know I need to. You're totally inspiring this person to like go after you because you are the catch. For some of you, right now, you are the catch. Others of you, you got to work towards that. And this person's like, I'm not going to find anybody like this anywhere. I need to go after them. 8 of Cups. I need to, you are what make them happy too. And they want that 4 of Wands with you. I want you so bad, it's killing me. I mean, really bad. Didn't I say the strong sexual energy here? Check your email. All right, guys, there's your message. I hope this helped you. Hope I illuminated your well-being. Again, please go check out my shorts if you haven't already that I'm putting out there. They're pretty fun, I have to say. I like doing those. I do have my calendar open for personal readings. Don't forget about the Capella memberships where you get additional bonus content. You get to meet some amazing people in the Capella circle. You'll be part of the members only live readings. You get to be entered to have a free reading from me every month that you're a member. It really, my guidance, the bonus guidance that I give, help you to achieve this right here. Because if I can do it, you can do it. And everything that I teach is what I have experienced, what I have learned, and I am here to teach that to you, to help you to live, to maybe self-fulfilled. Maybe if you want guidance on building a business, maybe I can help you with that. Or helping you to boost your confidence and be who you are. And you know, attract that amazing abundance into your life, to include, you know, your counterpart or your to help you to be fulfilled on your own and attract amazing things into your life, okay? So I also have tarot packages where you save money if you want to book more than one reading. Also, what I'm starting to do now, if your birthday's coming up, or for the birthdays in January, February, so on and so forth, I'm giving like a special gift to, it's a different gift for the paid Capella members and another gift for those who are on my free mobile app. If you want to check out my free mobile app, the description box has the link for that. You can get announcements from me, know when I'm going live. Sometimes I put like, words of encouragement there or give you a heads up of what's coming. Kind of be the first to know about certain things when I go live on YouTube and all this other stuff. It's free. It's completely free. I don't hound you and bombard you. You can even directly chat with me on that app, okay? So if you want to sign up for free and check it out, but all the rest of the content is for members only. There's a bunch of stuff that I put up there, okay? So you may want to be interested in that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Keep your eyes on God and know that God is going to be with you every step of the way. All right. Living a life, the single life, is not scary. You're going to be amazed at what you are capable of when you realize this, okay? And do not be blaming other people for your misgivings or for the crappy life you may think you have. All right, guys, I love you with the love of Christ. I will see you next week or whenever. Bye.